She gave him a silence he had never known before, at the same time giving him an energy that fueled him to reach places inside he had never known and loved with the exuberance of a child discovering new ideas for the first time. That night they worked on the painting together, standing side by side, using their hands on the canvas their fingers would touch. Each time a spark, a shiver, and a sigh went through them both, and the touches lasted longer and longer until a mutual friend walked up behind them and cleared her throat. Letting the letter fall to the floor, he noticed the 2 small canvases and his journal full of notes were next to a half-empty glass of wine. On the top page, written in her beautiful cursive writing, was the word "shh." The word went all the way across the page and onto one of the canvas. Remembering that night again, everything that came after, both bad and good, and seeing her sleeping comfortably in their bed, he could feel the creative fingers spread over his mind and that constant pulse and desire to create something. He grabbed the pen and tablet closest to him. Falling in love. You do not get to choose who you do this with. It is called falling for a reason. It's not drifting gently like a feather on the wind in love. It is not sliding comfortably in love. It is falling in love. You fall. Falling. The world rushing by you at a blur. Our stomach feels like it is trying to find your throat. Your heart is going 1,000 times a minute, while in the same moment feeling like your heart and time has stopped. You can't catch your breath no matter how hard you try. The exhilaration of that feeling and not knowing how far it can go, and when you think that, the feeling keeps going, and you feel such things you have never felt before. Terrified and excited at the same time. Yeah, that sounds about right. You do not get to choose who you do this with. It just doesn't work that way. That is part of the falling. That is the part that makes you want more. An addictive mystery not yet solved, and is the greatest feeling you will ever know. He pauses from the writing and glances over at her as she sleeps. She has kicked the blankets down to her feet again. A ritual I don't think I have a beverage. I was not planning to read this. I just hit record and went with it. Anyway, back to it. A ritual they both do throughout the night, hence the pile of blankets always on the floor. As he gets up to cover her again, he remembers one of their conversations over the phone. You know what I keep dreaming of? She was at a party and he could hear the campfire popping in the background. Everyone was asleep, and she had called him out of the blue. What is that, love? He heard her sigh. She loved when he called her things like that. I dream of us together, and I can't wait for us to sleep next to one another. Just sleep. And when we do, you know how I want to be? How is that? He asked with a smile on his face that he couldn't wipe off even if he wanted to. The first time I want you to be behind me, your left arm underneath my head, my left hand stretched out holding yours. Your other hand is wrapped around me cupping a breast, and then I put my hand on yours, and we hold one another till we fall asleep, and we sleep a peaceful sleep together, something I haven't done in a long time. He let out a deep sigh of his own. That sounds wonderful. I can't remember the last time I had a peaceful sleep. The fibromyalgia makes me toss and turn all damn night. She let out a small laugh. I don't know how long we will stay in that position. I toss and turn all night as well. Do you get hot in the night? Oh God, it's like menopause on the mattress, he said, laughing. I have to have a big pile of blankets on the bed because I keep kicking them off. Then scramble to find them in my sleep when I get cold. It is a dance I do all night. He paused for a second, then laughing, he said, so when one of us has to toss or turn, the other one can just go with it. We move, then hold each other until the other one has to move. Then we do it again. It will be like a tossy-turny snuggle dance that we can master. She let out a deep laugh that made his heart warm and smile. Masters of the tossy-turny snuggle dance. She was laughing just as hard as he was. Oh my God, yes, I want that. All right, I'm going to stop there because I got to go get a drink. Where are we at? We're at Master of Tossy-Turny Dance. I need to make sure I mark this because I always forget. Okay, got it. See y'all in a little bit.